to you at a better than I forgot my name tag. I don't know who I am. Better than market price, okay, for Wegman. It is an owner-occupied program. So if you stop living in the home, they could ask you to pay a recapture. So if you sell, there's 3 things that have to happen to be subject to the recapture. You have to sell in the first 9 years. You have to make a profit, and I'm going to tell you honestly, I have no idea how they figure that out. And you have to be making more than what they're calculating the anticipated maximum income to be. There's a chart that says, you know, if you sell between year 3 and year 4, you have a family of 4, and you're making more than $120,000, then you could be subject to paying this back. Now, quite honestly, if you were making $120,000 and you had to give them $3,000, thank you for letting me own my first home. You know, so, yeah. Alan, you got something to do? We're just waving at me.
All right, so she's gonna put a lending class on the calendar.
Okay. Yep, and yes, anything else, let me know.
Taxes.
Taxes, I'm gonna do minimum property standards, because that was a great question.
Yes.
I have a lot of questions for you actually, but I won't.
Well, we'll set up a day.
No, yeah, because we need to talk anyway. I don't want to confuse everybody.
So,
I didn't mean that now.
the
Cassidy.
basics.
You mean Doug? Or you mean?
Actually, I did mean Doug. I did mean Doug. I just didn't want to say anything.
That's good. That's good. Come on.
All right, there's your kitty cat.
That cat always makes me smile.
It's kind of creepy.
It's awesome.
Dancing
I want to
cat.
make my cat do that.
Probably not a good idea.
So congratulations to Brandy on a premium open house display. Brandy at her open house, she had donuts, she had $5 Wawa gift cards to give as a kind of a takeaway from there. She really set everything up nicely to really engage people to come and to talk and to, you know, open up conversation, so.
Good job.
I had some music on, all some meditation.
Did you?
I said I might as well make the best of this. Next month, homemade baked ziti.
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
I'll be there.
Hey,
Because as I was getting the donuts, I was like, this ain't really what I want to do, but I just had this idea like 5 minutes ago.
I want to throw it in there. I stopped at Marcus's Broker's Open,
Yes.
and his wife had made some treats, and I know he said that she sells them. They were good. I don't know what they were, but she definitely.
She ain't gonna get with my baked ziti.
Well, no, these are sweets. These are sweets. They're not baked ziti.
I'm feeding people. It's lunchtime.
I'm gonna go to Europe.
I'll stop while I'm ahead.
Look at you being all competitive. Where did this come from? Come for a treat.
So just a little update from market statistics, some things to load your lips when talking to clients. Check this out. 2014-2015 change, 24.94% higher sales year to date than last year. So we are up almost 25% in sales over last year. That's a huge bump. We were just slightly down 14, maybe 13, but what, it's one unit from July year to date. So that's pretty impressive. Our average settled price and median settled price are between 3 and 4%, which is a normal historical price appreciation figure. 3 to 4%.
Stable, sustainable numbers.
Yes.
Should be.
Okay,
3
good.
to 4% is what the market should be appreciating on a regular basis. So that 10, 12, 14% we experienced in mid-2000s was easy.
Fun.
So of course total settled volume is up 30%, so obviously home prices are up. We're up. So up 25% over last year in number of sales. So that is something to tell your buyers. We are up 25%, and inventory is still down. I don't have that on this sheet, but inventory is still less than last year. So when you have that much of a 25% increase in settled units and inventory down, we are definitely turning to that market. So use those statistics when you're talking to your buyers about making good offers. So office trading schedule coming up. So we did a short kind of impromptu listing documents class yesterday afternoon, but we do have another one scheduled Tuesday, September 8th from 5:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. We're gonna make it a pizza party evening, so this way any of our dual career agents can come as well. So we're also going to be, then the sales agreement, and we could be done before that, it depends on the questions. The sales agreement, you know, usually when I do sit down with new agents, whether it's one-on-one or two-on-one or whatever, it's 3 hours for the first half of the contract class and 3 hours for the last half of the contract class. And I go through it very, very thoroughly so that you guys really can try to grasp a good understanding of why the contract says what it says and what it says, so that you can, you know, relay that to your clients. So you should all be, for your first several years, you should be reviewing the contract in full with any buyer the first time they write an offer. I don't care if they've bought 10 homes or they're new. If they didn't buy a house in Delaware within the last 2 years, they haven't seen the contract as it is right now. So if they bought a house, you know, 10 houses in New Jersey, real estate is local. Everything is different in every state. So you need to make sure you're reviewing that contract. And if you do that religiously, even if you are sitting there reading it, you know, for your first couple of years, you will start to know the contract like the back of your hand. And you guys really need to make an effort to do that. So, but we will be going over the sales agreement on Saturday, September 26th, and we'll see if Brandy can bring us some baked ziti. Also, the fast track class, the sessions will start again in-house on September 15th, running through October 28th. No classes the week of the convention. And Audrey and I will be teaching those, so if you missed classes, if you did not have the opportunity to come to those classes, then please put that on your calendar. From 4:30 to 5:30, there will be 2 classes that will run an extra half hour, so just because they're a little bit lengthier, but for the most part, they'll be 4:30 to 5:30.
In the first 6 classes that Mrs. Ritter did, you may still want to join because Bobby and Audrey are giving their spin on it, right?
Right.
So,
On what? I'm sorry.
I said
Brandy,
first-
you didn't sit in on that.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
She's so focused on me.
I'm all over.
There'll be a sign-in sheet too, so we know who's taking what classes, because
Right.
we have to log
Oh,
that.
God, what is that?
So just reminding everybody, we are already in mid-August, and before you know it, it's gonna, winter will be here, and you know, you have to start, all of a sudden in January, everything's gonna start going, oh, I've got a couple of months to get all my classes in. So remember that the 2-year licensing cycle ends April 30, 2016, so you need to, you know, make sure you're taking classes. I'm glad to hear most of everyone's going to the trade class tomorrow.
3 credits tomorrow.
Yes, I'm glad that
And
most,
me.
I have a question.
yes.
So like I got, you know, as a first year, you have X amount of classes that have to be done in your first year.
Yeah, you have to
And
take the 4 new member modules.
Right, right, and then if in like a second year, you
When
have
was your licensure date?
January.
January of this year, right?
Yeah. So I've already got all of my classes for this year, but I'm just wondering if I take, let's say I did go to that one, does that count as part of my second year stuff, or do I have to actually do those in
No,
my
you
second
can't
year?
bank them.
Okay.
What happens the second year? You just take 1 through whatever all over again?
You gotta do 21.
Huh?
You gotta do 21 credits in the next 2 years when you
Need to
license
reprint
renews.
this. This is from last year, okay.
Oh, and then, but I'm saying in the second year, do you have to take classes? Like after that's over, like you
Okay.
fill, go ahead, sorry.
It's okay. In your first year of licensure, period, you have to take 4 new member modules,
Mhm.
which gets you 12 hours. That's my math, right? So it gets you 12 hours. So that 12 hours goes towards your 21 hours. If you were licensed in the beginning of, or let's say in May of 2014, you still have to take those 12 hours, plus you have to take the remaining 3 classes
Before that date.
before, yes. So the remaining 3 classes, because you're required to take module 1 through 7 as a normal, you know, someone who's not newer to the business. So because if you're, as a rookie, you have to take those 4 classes. So the 3 classes that you have to take are, I have to double check on this, but I think it's regular modules 4, and then I think 6, and then 7, which is the, you know, basically elective.
Mm-hmm.
So there's specific ones you have to take to meet your 7 core modules.
Right.
So, does it say it on here? No, I have oh yeah, you want to face you must complete 1, 5, and 6.
What do you have right there? Is that something you
The,
can maybe
the Real Estate
photocopy?
Commission education guidelines.
Can those be found like through KCAR?
On Delaware Division of Professional Regulation, Delaware Real Estate Commission website.
What happens after April 30th?
If you don't have all your continuing education done, then you are in a lot of trouble.
No, I know that. Is there more classes? Do you have to?
So you'll
continuously
start,
take
yes,
classes?
every 2 years.
for your
Every
whole
2
life.
years, you have to have 21 hours. Modules 1 through 7.
So you just
Are they
kinda
the
just
same exact
repeat.
ones? I'm sorry.
No, there are topics.
Oh, okay.
So module 1, I have all these guidelines.
Okay.
But module 1 might be like, one of the modules is legislative update. So that's constantly evolving and changing. One of them is brokerage and management. So that's to give agents an understanding of what the rest of the, what the brokerage and management side of the business is about. And
It's
you know,
about no sleep.
and
Yeah,
then
I
on
can
4
see how that
hours.
might happen.
So, and then there's one that's going to be on contracts and documents and things like that. And there's one that's not going to, encompass ethics. And then there's, 7 is always, your elective, which you can take something about termites or mold or whatever.
Yeah.
As an aside, I'm gonna be getting, finally, Bobby's been beating me up for this for a long time. I'm gonna work on getting certified to teach Module 7 through KCAR for credit, so think of good topics for me, because I need to,
Yeah.
I need to make a present, I need to figure it out and come out with an outline to even get it,
All right.
so.
Cool.
So yeah, so if you were licensed, I'm gonna do this real quick. So if you were licensed after May 1st of 2014, then you need 12 hours. If you were licensed after May 1st of 2015, then you need 6 hours. If you were licensed after, did I do that right? November 1st, November 1st of 2015, which that's not yet, you would need 2 hours. So, yeah. If you have any questions, come ask.
We'll do.
It's, because we just changed to the 21 hours. I guess it's been 3 years ago, 4 years ago. So anyways, but yeah, I have all the guidelines and it's a little more complicated than it should be, but whatever. So make sure you get your classes, you start taking them. All classes are available online. You can go to kcar.org and follow the link to CE online courses.
There we go.
DAR convention registration is open. You can get 9 hours for free, not have to pay for them. You can take a morning class, afternoon class, evening class. They always have a general membership meeting. They always have a whole bunch of vendors there. You get lots of free pens and bags and totes and
Is that
pads.
what? Is that what was supposed to happen earlier this year?
No.
Remember they canceled it?
No,
They were
it's not
supposed-
that.
Okay.
That was just a fundraising for RPAC, trying to get which by the way, they still haven't done the thing.
I'm over it. That was
They
my
still
thing.
haven't done the libations tour we were supposed to do and haven't had a meeting about it either, so anyways.
So if you go to that one on the 10th, that gives you 9 hours.
No. This is the DREC, Delaware Real Estate Commission Legislative Update. That's September 10th. That will give you 3 hours of continuing education. This is always really good. They do it at the Polytech, theater or whatever. It's always a really great update. You have some big, attorneys from the state that come in and talk, or different people from the Real Estate Commission, or it's just always what's current going on. So it's always a really, really good class. And it's usually in the morning. I believe it starts at 9 at Polytech. The DAR convention is October 7th, 9th. It's Thursday. In October, and you can go onto DAR's website to register for that and choose your courses. These you can get 9 hours for free. I'm pretty sure that's free as well. I don't think I've ever paid, maybe I have. I might have paid to go. But if it's usually like $25, maybe. I haven't registered yet, I need to. So the DAR convention though is at Dover Downs. And it's all day long, and it's a big hoopla, and you can get 9 hours in. But you can go from 8 in the morning till 8 at night if you want to. I typically take just 2 classes at that time because I can't do that all day. So get your classes. Oh, and see, it's really big right there. don't forget to turn in all your CE certificates. I have to have a copy of your continuing education certificates on file. If we were to get audited, if I were to get audited and I don't have your certificates, I get in trouble. So whenever you take the class, you need to make sure you make a copy of it and turn it in and put it in my desk. So webinar coming up. So tomorrow's the PTA webinar. I'm definitely taking it. I have done one, but I would like to definitely see if they have a faster way to do it. So I will be definitely taking that tomorrow. Yes. What time is that one? 2 to 3. Yes, I will be taking that. I have to think about the TRID thing.
Are you doing that here?
Yes.
Okay.
And then August 26th, the following Wednesday is the buyer consultation presentation update. I think that's going to be valuable as well. Because the first two we thought were going to be a little bit different than they were. But so on the market this week, Audrey's got a couple of new listings. She's got 660 Brookfield Drive. Doug, did you sell it yet?
I'm trying, man.
Okay.
I'm trying.
Really nice home in Brookfield. I mean, beautiful home. You can check out the pictures of the interior. It's just gorgeous. 3-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom. It's water view of Oshel Pond, which is on the other side of the street. 4-inch hardwood granite center island, full house surround sound, gas fireplace. Second garage is oversized, so it has two garages. The second one is a detached garage and it has an upstairs, a loft area, that could be utilized as an office space or something like that. And it's got a finished basement as well. Beautiful home. Sell it. This is also, the exterior photo of this house does not look like much. This is one of those cases where you don't want to judge a book by its cover. So, look through the rest of the photos because for $178, it is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom. It's 1,800 square foot plus a basement. And the basement is partially finished. So it's got a 22 by 21 family room upstairs. I mean, the rooms look like they're pretty large. The bedrooms all look like they're decent size. It does have like maroon carpet. But that's cosmetic. Want to fix your carpet? Yeah. Just needs new carpet, really. It's on 1 acre, right around the corner, great location. No city taxes there. So this is it's not USDA eligible, but 178 with the house.
That's what make them go that page.
There you go. It is a short sale and being sold as is, but it's a lot of space for 178. Good location. So she also listed 26 Wintergreen Circle in Magnolia in Beaver Run for $310. It's 1 acre, also a beautiful home. 4-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, hardwood floors throughout the first floor. Energy efficient stainless steel appliances, coring, maple cabinets, breakfast bar, all that fun stuff. Dual zone HVAC with a roof exhaust fan and temp control. So it's a trained furnace with variable speed fans, which it's a really good HVAC system. It's like top of the line. Whole house surge protectors. Nice house. 310. Sell it. So a little bit from Weicker University body style. So sometimes they send me stuff that I'm not all that thrilled with, so I adjust it. Preparing an offer, that's what we're going to talk about. I'm not going to get deep into the contract because we don't have that kind of time. I just want to go over some of the basics so that you guys have that when you are preparing an offer. When you're some of the rookies, some people that have been doing it, for a year or two, I'm always available to review your contracts and your offers if you feel like you want me to. For those who have, for your first 5 transactions, I want to be up your butt. So before you send the offer to someone else, I want to see the contract, review it, make sure that that all I's are dotted, all T's are crossed. I want you to keep in touch with me throughout the entire process. Let me know what's happening with inspections, what's happening with mortgage commitment. We have 2 different checklists. One is probably a little bit more detailed than the other, but whichever one works best for you. Some people like the more detailed. Some people like just to have something that's more of an at-a-glance type checklist. Either way, use a checklist. And just keep me as in the loop on what's going on, because I'm here to help to make sure that you are able to resolve issues the right way, what's in the best interest of your client, and able to handle it professionally, and also so you know where the resources are to handle some of the challenges that we come across. So anyway, so preparing an offer. What do you need before you can even prepare an offer? The documents. What are some of the things you need?
Pre-approval.
There you go. What else?
contract.
Before you can start preparing the contract,
Ah.
you need a full legal name and address. How often